valuable lesson. I heard him say some shit like this. I'm gonna make him so mad he can't even think. That's the art of war.
Y'all know the slogan. Let's dive straight into this one. Now, if you're not familiar with Wack 100, over the years he's become a full-blown internet personality who always finds a way to keep his name in the headlines. He's also a manager and has worked with artists like Blueface, The Game, and Ray J. Plus, he runs his own label, 100 Entertainment. Wack 100 has made it clear he's a West Coast OG, and his roots can even be traced back to rolling with Suge Knight in the later years of Death Row Records. Now, Maino and Wack 100 were originally cool, but a chain of events eventually caused serious tension between them. Back in 2016, Sean Kingston was robbed in an LA nightclub of $300,000 worth of jewelry. Reports say Sean Kingston was hit over the head with a bottle and his jewels were stolen. The rapper claims that Philly rapper Meek Mill told police the gang was behind the robbery.
Club and ran up, hit me in the head with a bottle, and they took off my jewelry. Nobody shot no fade with me. Nobody did nothing.
Now, The Game says Sean Kingston actually called him trying to get his jewelry back. And during that call, Sean allegedly told The Game that Meek Mill claimed The Game was behind the robbery. Of course, Meek Mill has denied all of these allegations. Even Sean Kingston has come out denying them as well.
I called my phone, said, "Game, big bro, somebody robbed me. Can you help me get my chains back?" I told you fat that I will see what I can do. Then you got off the phone.
Now here's where things really start getting messy. According to The Game, Sean Kingston hit him up trying to get his jewelry back, and during that call, Kingston allegedly told him that Meek Mill was saying The Game had something to do with him getting robbed. Hold up, because of course, Meek Mill would completely deny that. And just as fast, Sean Kingston would also come out and deny that he ever said anything like that as well. Now listen to this. Those accusations end up sparking a full-blown back and forth between Meek Mill and The Game. Meek felt like The Game kicked all of this off just to hype his album that was dropping around that 1992 era. Things really escalated when The Game started going at Meek while he was on tour. While on stage, The Game straight up called Meek a snitch and even said he'd beat him up. A few days after that rant, The Game dropped a track tied to 92 bars. In that record, he threw shots, saying he and Meek don't even talk anymore because Meek allegedly snitched, and that Meek better have Rick Ross step in to end the beef. Once that record dropped, it opened the floodgates. Instagram turned into a war zone with both of them firing shots back and forth. And it didn't stop there, because The Game went on to say that whenever he saw Meek, it was on sight. He basically said, "You can't fight, you ain't gonna shoot, so stop fronting for Instagram. I'm up on sight, period." Shortly after all that, there was a studio session with Meek Mill, O'Malley, and Beanie Sigel pulling up too. During that session, Meek and O'Malley recorded a diss aimed at The Game over Young M.A.'s Ooh Ooh Ooh. Beans jumped on it as well, dropping the line about one phone call and being in L.A. within 3 hours. You won't believe this, but The Game didn't let that slide. He fired back with a diss aimed at O'Malley, Sean Kingston, and Beanie Sigel. On that track, he said things like, "Hav gave you the game, you ain't soak it. You were supposed to throw up the rock, not smoke it." He even clowned the travel talk, saying a flight to L.A. is 5 hours, and telling someone to put that bum in the shower. After that, The Game shot a video for the diss going at Meek Mill. Game and Wack 100 linked up with Uncle Murda, and most of the video was filmed in Brooklyn. That didn't sit right with Maino at all. Maino spoke out, saying he didn't agree with letting The Game come to Brooklyn to shoot a video dissing Meek Mill, especially since he and Meek had a solid relationship at the time. That opinion sparked a whole new back and forth, this time between Maino and Wack 100 on Instagram. And trust me, Wack lit the match. Wack 100 posted saying everyone should give Meek Mill the respect he deserves and called out Maino directly. He warned that when people realize you're playing both sides, you'll be caught in the middle. He said it wasn't just him on the phone, that others were there, and that there was even a recording. Wack claimed there was no disrespect or tough talk, but said they'd run a fade when he got back. He went on to say he'd pull up with his Brooklyn team, calling it not beef, but a reckoning, and even brought up an old 150 situation. Maino fired back hard. He said he never spoke down on Wack to anyone and that his perspective never changed. He explained that he felt people from his own borough looked wild for being in a video tied to a beef that had nothing to do with Brooklyn. Maino told the people in the video the same thing and never switched his tone. He questioned why Wack didn't reach out directly instead of typing on Instagram. He said real gangsters don't do internet antics when someone's reachable. Maino added that if Wack wanted a fade, he could get one anytime, joking about fades, flat tops, or bald cuts. He said somebody lied to Wack and that things could have been handled man to man. He also shut down claims about someone cutting him and walking freely in Brooklyn, saying nobody ever touched him without consequences. Maino closed it by saying they should stop typing and everything should be clear now. But of course, it didn't end there. Wack 100 came back with another post, accusing Maino of violating his people. He said Maino was acting tough publicly, but was humble on the phone. He ended it by saying he thought Maino was solid, but now he sees him as someone faking the funk. This ain't about West Coast or East Coast. This is you and me, and I love NY, and NY loves Wack. You know who told what and who showed what. This we both know, Maino. Hustle hard. Make sure your boots are tied when we line it up. No excuses. Now in 2017, Maino and Wack 100 went at it again on Instagram. Maino was basically responding to an interview Wack 100 did, speaking on their past issues. I'm not even going to get into what was said because it was the same disrespect as before. Just like their first clash on Instagram, there were mentions of fades, name-calling, and non-stop disrespect. Fast forward to 2023, Maino and Wack 100 went at it again during China Mac's Instagram Live. China Mac was talking to Wack 100 and eventually brought Maino onto the live, and things quickly went sideways. Wack 100 started clowning Maino, asking him why he kept Troy Ave's chain, and mocking him for getting his face cut in prison. Maino made it clear he didn't want to argue online, but he was ready to handle things physically with Wack 100.
Put the side of your face. Let me ask you a question since we got Holly. Tell your man have a conversation. Why did you keep his chain?
So, in a recent Vlad TV interview, Maino opened up about what he learned from his back-and-forth feud with Wack 100. Maino admitted that Wack basically got him out of character, controlled his emotions, and he ended up falling into a trap by giving Wack exactly what he wanted.
Lesson, I heard him say some shit like this. I'm gonna make him so mad he can't even think. That's the art of war.
And also, Maino made it clear that he was willing to get physical with Wack 100 at any time, any day, East Coast, West Coast, in a phone booth, behind a building, it didn't matter. Now, Wack 100 went on his own Vlad TV interview to respond. He said Maino was only known for putting hands on young Bird, and added that Maino told him on the phone he didn't want to fade with G Magic or the game's security after the video shoot in L.A. Wack also said he doesn't believe Maino because he didn't do anything about the box for cutting him. Y'all could go watch both interviews if you want the full context of what Maino and Wack 100 said about each other. I'd play the clips here, but y'all know I can't. Vlad even offered to mediate, trying to get him on the phone to squash things, but honestly, it might take someone with more respect in the streets to get him to sit down. Or maybe they should just meet like men, get whatever they have on their chest off, and shake hands afterward. They're older now. There's no reason for it to go to guns or escalate. Just apologize, shake hands, and move on. Now remember, this is all entertainment. I'm not here to rehash old beefs or start new ones. It's just content for my subscribers while y'all are at the gym, at work, or chilling at home. If you're a fan of these classic hip-hop stories, tell a friend about the page. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. More content is coming, and I'm out. 1.